Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, very good afternoon. So let's start. Okay. So last class we discussed about what is balanced diet and two factors that influencing the balanced diet, right? One is RDA, recommended dietary allowance, and the second factor that is food groups. Okay. So basically, what is the meaning of balanced diet? Please write, okay? Simply, the balanced diet means we need to include all nutrients or all foods from each shelf or each group. Food group number one, food group number two, we need to include food from each group. Okay, then only we can consider that food as a balanced diet. Okay, if you want, please write the definition. Yeah. Balanced diet is one which contains different type of food. So now you know what are the different types of food, right? According to ICMR, they classify the food into 5 groups. Group number 1, group number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Last group that contain the fat, sugars, jaggery, and all. Yeah, fats and all. So all these food, we need to include all these food from each category in adequate quantity and in right proportion. Yeah. Then only we can meet the nutritional requirement. What is the nutritional requirement? That is the RDA value. For example, the nutritional requirement of energy, that is an RDA of energy. Okay. So RDA is not applicable to the sick people. We can only consider this RDA, recommended dietary allowance, for the normal persons. Okay. So the equation for RDA, that is requirement plus margin of safety. This RDA is very, very important. Okay, recommended dietary allowance. If you want, just complete the definition of balanced diet. It is one which contains different types of food in adequate quantity and right proportion so as to meet the nutritional requirement of our body. Is it clear? Okay. So who is this ICMR? Indian Council
Indian
of
Council
Medical
Medical.
Research. Okay. So RDA, that is the average daily dietary nutrient. Is it clear? That is our RDA. The average daily dietary nutrient intake level that is sufficient to meet the nutrient requirement of nearly all healthy individuals. That is important. All healthy individuals in a particular lifestyle and gender group, which means there are certain factors that influencing RDA, right? Our age, our gender, physiological conditions like the lactating condition or pregnancy is a condition. All these are the physiological condition. Okay. So on the basis of all these factors, the RDA also differ as per person and also according to weight. Yeah. Then we discussed about 5 basic food groups by ICMR. 5 basic food groups by ICMR. First one, that is cereals, roots, and tubers. That is the first food group. Then we have pulses, nuts, and oil seeds. That is the second category or second food group. Then we have milk and milk products, meat, and also their products. Okay, that is the third food group. Then we have fruits and vegetables. That is the fourth category. The last one, fat, oil, sugar, and jaggery, the fifth category. Okay, these are the 5 basic food groups. These food groups are only for Indian conditions. Okay. When we consider other countries, their food groups may differ. Sometimes it's 4, maybe it's 6. It differ according to the conditions of a country. So this is only applicable for Indian condition. Yeah. Look here. You have to copy down this table. Okay, this is very important. First group, cereals, roots, and tubers. Which are the examples or the sources or the rich sources of cereals, roots, and tubers? All the cereals, roots, and tubers, the major nutrient present in all these cereals that are carbohydrates. Okay, carbohydrates. That is the first nutrient, right? belongs to the macronutrients, carbohydrates. So whenever we consume the cereals like rice, wheat, jaggery, sorry, ragi and all, then we have cereal products like something like bread and all, cornflakes, all these are the cereal products. Okay. These are the rich sources of carbohydrate like rice, wheat, corn, bread, potato, yam and all. Okay. Tapioca, sweet potato. So whenever we consume all these things, the major nutrient in that food, that is carbohydrate. Is it clear? Okay. Please copy down. Okay. These are the energy giving food. On the basis of food functions, we classify the food into four: energy giving, protective, regulatory, body building, and all. So whenever we consume cereals, they provide energy to our body. They provide energy to our body. So again, the cereal roots and tubers is classified into two. One is cereal and cereal products. Another one is root and tubers. Is it clear? That is our first one. Then we have pulses, nuts, and oilseeds. So whenever we consume the pulse, nuts and oil, they provide protein as well as fat to our body, the nuts and all. Okay. They provide protein as well as fat. These are the major nutrients. Other than this, we have the B complex, calcium, iron and all. These are the major nutrients in these food items. Okay. So like soya bean, almond, sunflower oil and all. Clear? So all these food items, the soya bean, almond, sunflower, these are the common sources. They is mainly for body building function. Okay. So whenever we consume soya bean, they provide a protein nutrient to our body, and the main use of this protein is for body building function. Okay. Then we have third one, milk and milk products, then meat, fish, egg, and all. Okay. Again, this comes under the category of body building food. So their function is to help our body to build and to grow. Okay. These milk, meat, and other products that help our body to grow. Is it clear? And they also provide protein to our body. So protein is responsible for body building, and carbohydrate is responsible to provide energy to our body. Is it clear? Now it's simple, right? Yeah. The common sources are milk, curd, lassi, egg, fish, paneer, and all. Okay, common sources. Then we have fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables as the fourth food group or the fourth category by the ICMR. This ICMR is very important. Okay. So the main function of our fruits and vegetables, which means whenever we consume fruits and vegetables, they provide protective function. They provide a protection to our body. They help to prevent us from diseases. It's for the immune function. They improve our immunity and all the fruits and vegetables. And the main nutrient, that is carotene. The main nutrient present in fruits and vegetables, that is carotene. Do you know what is this carotene? Yeah. This carotenoids, which means they are the plant pigments. There are certain pigments in each plant. They are the responsible for this red, yellow, green color of the fruits and vegetables, just like as hemoglobin, red in color, right? Yeah. So this carotenoids, they are the responsible pigments. They provide the color to fruits and vegetables. Is it clear? So we consider carotene as a major nutrients in fruits and vegetables. So again, we classify the fruits and vegetables into two categories. Yeah, vegetables again into two. One is green vegetables, another one is red and yellow vegetables, right? So other than green, that comes under the category of red, yellow vegetables. Clear? Okay. So common, that is green, amaranth and all, that comes under the green vegetables. Then we have tomato, beetroot, then bitter gourd and all comes under the red, yellow category. Is it clear? Okay. Then we have the last category, that is fat and sugar. Fat and sugar, that is the last category. Again, this provide energy. Whenever we consume fat or vegetable oil or yeah, the normal oils, they provide energy to our food. Why we include all these things? To improve the taste. Okay, to improve the taste. Then again, the major nutrient present in fat or in oil or sugar, jaggery and all, the major nutrient, that is carbohydrate. So other than this, for an example, jaggery and all, they are the good source of iron, right? But carbohydrate is a major nutrient. Pure ghee, honey, sugar, jaggery are the some common sources of fat and sugar. Is it clear? Yeah. So please copy down this table. Sanjana, finish? Then you can learn the table. Actually, you can complete. Can give this as functions, okay?
Sorry.
The main function of cereals, roots, and tuber, that is to provide energy. The main function of pulses, that is to bodybuilding function. Then again, fruits and vegetables, the main function is a protection to our body. They provide protection like that. The table is very, very, very important. Okay. Try to buy heart. No other formulas here. Actually, you need all these food groups for planning proper balanced diet or to calculate the RDA and all. Finish? Okay. So, what are the 5 food groups? Just list the 5 food groups. Sanjana.
Cereals, what?
Both are fine.
Then roots, then
Cereals, fruits or cereals, roots and tubers. Then
pulse, nuts, and oil seeds.
Hmm.
Then milk, meat, and fish.
milk, meat, and their products. Yeah.
Then
Common one, FP. Fruits and vegetables, right?
fruits and
Last
vegetables,
one.
and fat and sugar.
Very good. So, which food items that or which group that provide energy to your body, Nestle? Which food group provide energy to your body? Energy giving foods. Nestle, I can't hear you. Unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Ma'am, you mean food groups?
Yes. We discussed about 5 food groups, right? So there are 2 food groups that provide energy to your body. Which are they?
Cereals, fruits, and tubers.
The first group and the last group that provide energy to your body. Then what about body building food group?
Pulses, nuts, and oil seeds.
Okay. Then about for Sanjana, protective foods, protective food groups.
Fruits and vegetables.
Very good. Fruits and vegetables. Okay. So let's move on to the next topic, food guide pyramid. It's almost similar, okay? Similar to the food groups. Next heading, that is food guide pyramids. So this is an assignment from this chapter. Okay, prepare a food guide pyramid. Okay, try to stick pictures and all. Just refer in Google. Food guide pyramid. You can use A4 sheet or chart, no problem. You can refer the textbook also. So food guide pyramid. It's almost similar, right? Cereals, grains, pulses, fruits, vegetables, pulses, milk, meat, fat and sugar. We already discussed the food groups. But there is a difference here. Simply food guide pyramid means it is a picture representation of food groups. Is it clear? That is a food guide pyramid. Just a picture representation of all the food groups by ICMR. That is the food guide pyramid. Okay, but it is on the basis of importance. Here, look, the most important shelf is on the bottom. The most important one is on the bottom. That is cereals, grains, and pulses. The size and also importance. Then, least important one, or yeah, the least important on the top, the fats and sugar. So, whenever possible, we can cut this fats and sugar from our diet. But it is not possible to cut cereals, cereal grains, and other pulses from our diet, right? So on the basis of the importance, we put these food groups in a shelf. This is the first shelf, this is second shelf, this is the third shelf, this is fourth and fifth shelf. Okay, so on the basis of importance, we put each food groups in each shelf. Okay, so for preparing a balanced meal, we need to take each food items from each group. Okay, so it will be more easy to prepare a balanced meal for a healthy person. Okay, not for a sick one, for a healthy person. Is it clear? Just draw food guide pyramid and also write it is a graphic representation. Food guide pyramid is a graphic representation, graphic representation, graphic representation of the daily food guide, of the daily food guide. Nestle, are you there? Yeah, please write. Food guide pyramid is a graphic representation of the daily food guide. Daily food guide. Yeah. Then food pyramid organizes food into 5 main shelves. Okay. Food pyramid organizes foods into 5 main shelves. Food pyramid organizes foods into 5 major shelves. A shelf for each food group. A shelf for each food group. A shelf for cereals, roots, and tubers. A shelf for fat, sugar, and all. Okay. A shelf for each food group. Then the important shelf is on the bottom and least important on the top. And also look here, the size of each section represent the number of daily servings recommended. Okay. This is the biggest one, right? Or the largest one, the last one, cereals. Yeah. So the size
Ma'am,
of each, yes.
can you repeat that sentence? I didn't get it.
The important shelf is on the bottom, okay? And the least important on the top, which means the cereals, grains, and pulses are more important than fats and sugars. Sorry. So this food pyramid is created on the base of importance. Okay. And again, the size also matters. The size of each session here, the last one, the size is more, right? So the size of each session represent the number of daily servings, which means more servings or more amount of food from the last group, which means the bottom one. Then the second, fruits and vegetables, then pulses and legumes, then milk, meat and products, and fat and sugar. Okay, the servings. It is very difficult to eat a one plate of sugar, right? That's it. So size of each session represent the number of daily servings. That's it. So size and importance are the certain factors that influence the food guide pyramid. Okay. So food guide pyramid is prepared on the basis of importance of each food as well as the size for daily servings. Is it clear? So other than this, what about vegetarian food guide? Any idea? Vegetarian food guide. Now we discussed about the normal non-vegetarian food pyramid or food guide. What about vegetarians? How they meet their protein, protein nutrient or a protein as a nutrient. Nestle? Actually, the vegetarian diets are mainly based on leafy foods, right? So how
They consume more cereal-rich pulses like that food, right?
sorry,
They would consume more cereal-rich
more
like
amount of,
that.
yeah, more amount of protein, like vegetarian, like the dals and all. And also at least 1 cup of dark leafy vegetables help to supply iron and all. Then about protein, to replace the protein provided by meat in diet, we can include variety of protein-rich plant foods like seeds, legumes, nuts, and all. We all get the protein from meat, fish, and all, right? So it is very difficult for them to maintain a balanced diet. So they need to include more amount of leafy vegetables as well as more amount of vegetarian protein foods in their diet. Okay, that is a main difference. And also, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's all about our chapter 7. Is it fine, Ashley? Yeah.
No.
Okay, chapter 7, food, nutrition, health, and fitness. So we discussed about different nutrients, what is nutrition, the classification, what is the meaning of health, the classification of fitness, and what is balanced diet, food guide pyramid, then RDA, food groups, vegetarian food diet or vegetarian diet patterns. Is it clear? Just have a look. So on the basis of food, simply the food means try to add your points, okay? You already finished the chapters, so try to add your own points. So here food, we include all the solid foods as well as liquid foods, okay? Or the liquid substances. So on the basis of food, we can classify the food into two. One is nutrient. On the basis of nutrients present in the food, try to learn within the class, okay? Another one that is on the base of physiological function. Each food has its own function, right? And each food has their own nutrients. So on the base of this, we classify the food, all the foods into two. One is on the base of nutrients, another on the base of functions. Then this is the common functions of food. Why we eat food, okay? What is the reasons for food? That's it. It supplies energy, it provides growth, and it repair tissues and organs. It protect the body from diseases and regulate the body function. And also to satisfy our appetite, right? That is the main functions of food. The normal functions. Then we classify the nutrients into two. Nutrients, yeah? This nutrients and nutrition is entirely different. Nutrients means there are certain small chemical compounds present in food. Each food has these kind of chemical compounds. The main property of all these nutrients is for the proper growth, proper uh, reproduction, and also to lead a healthy and a normal positive life. Okay, so we classify the nutrients into two. One is micronutrient, other one is macronutrients. So we classify the nutrients into two, micro and macronutrients. So the classification of nutrients, we have 6 common nutrients. Other than this, there are a number of nutrients, but common nutrients are carbohydrate, protein, fat, water, minerals, and vitamins. Okay. So the first 4, carbohydrate, protein, fat, and water, comes under the category of macronutrients, and minerals and vitamins under the macronutrients. Okay. Nutrient. Can you read, Sanjana? Just read the slide.
Macronutrients that are nutrients that are required in large amounts like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and water. Micronutrients are nutrients that are required in smaller amounts like vitamins and minerals.
Then on the base of function, there are 4 classifications. One is energy giving nutrients. So they provide energy to our body. Next function, that is body building nutrients. There are certain nutrients that help our body to build or to repair. Then we have protective nutrients. Okay, the main function of protective nutrients is to provide protection. Okay, to provide protection to our body. Then we have regulatory nutrient. The function is to regulate all the body functions. Is it clear? Yeah. Then nutrition, another term. It's a branch of science. What is nutrition? It's a branch of science which deals with nutritional process. So it includes each step: consumption, digestion. So starting from consumption till the assimilation, we include that process under the category of nutrition. Okay. So again, there are two types of nutrition. One is good nutrition, another one is malnutrition. Good nutrition and malnutrition. Good nutrition means the person get all the nutrients in right amount and in a proper way to meet all the requirements, to meet all the daily requirements. So malnutrition, it simply means undernutrition as well as overnutrition. Yeah, malnutrition not only means the undernutrition but also the overnutrition. Then malnutrition and the good nutrition. So good nutrition is a state in which a person gets all the nutrients in correct amount and proportion. Okay, that is good nutrition. And some nutrients are also stored after the usage. There are some nutrients they also store in our body for the future requirements. Okay, is it clear? Then next term, malnutrition. It refers to the deficiencies or imbalance or excess. Imbalance, excess, or deficiencies in a person's intake of energy and other nutrients. Okay, energy means another nutrient. Okay, yeah, these are the two. One, undernutrition. It is a state of nutrition which is the quality and quantity of food. Yeah, Nestle, can you read the undernutrition and overnutrition?
And quantity of food. Ma'am, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Undernutrition is a state of nutrition in which the quality and quantity of food is not sufficient for the body and is sufficient and is deficient in one or more nutrition.
Deficiency in energy or deficiency in protein. Okay, there are certain diseases like kwashiorkor, marasmus, and all that you will learn in the next year. Okay, then. So this word is very important. Not sufficient. Okay, undernutrition. Then overnutrition.
Overnutrition, it is a state of nutrition in which the intake of nutrients is in excess of the body needs, causing adverse effect on the body.
The most or the common example, that is obesity. Okay, here all the nutrients are excess than our normal requirement. So next, what is health? Simple definition of health. We can't consider the person without any disease, but other than this, a state of complete well-being, all the physical well-being, emotional well-being, social well-being, spiritual well-being, then only we can consider that person as a healthy person. So here we have the definition according to World Health Organization. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, social well-being, not only the absence of disease. Okay, not only the absence of disease. Other than this disease conditions, there are certain factors. Okay, well-being, physical, social, emotional, spiritual well-being. Okay, next term in this chapter, that is fitness, right? We have two type of fitness. One is general fitness, another one is specific fitness. Simply means the stamina or the energy or the ability to complete a physical task. Ability to complete a physical task. So ability to function efficiently and effectively in work, not only in work, but also in recreational activities or leisure activities. What are leisure activities, Nestle? Leisure activities. The common hobbies of gardening, all these are the leisure activities. Another name, that is recreational activity. Okay, both are same. To be healthy, to resist disease, to meet emergency situation. Okay. So two classification of fitness, that is general fitness and specific fitness. General fitness means the fitness for the daily activities. There are certain activities we have to do, yeah, daily. So we need certain amount of fitness. Not certain amount, we need fitness. Okay. Then specific fitness, this is a fitness related to playing a specific sport or a specific event. Not only the specific sport other than this, a specific event, a fitness used for a specific purpose or a specific event. Then this topic from this area, it's very important. Okay, balanced diet. Read, Sanjana.
Balanced diet is one which contains different types of food in adequate quantity and right proportion so as to meet the nutritional requirements of our body.
So now you know what is this right proportion and adequate quantity, right? You have to collect the food from each shelf on the base of size. Yeah, the most important one in the bottom with more size, right? Then ICMR has worked to provide balanced diet to all group of people, which is discussed as under. Which means for the weaker sections or weaker community, we need to provide the balanced diet, or we need to provide the balanced diet for everyone. Okay, other than their money and all. Okay, so there are certain factors that influencing the balance diet. Not the factors, there are certain points we need to consider while planning a balanced diet. Okay, so first one, that is RDA, the famous MCQ. Okay, what is the full form of RDA? Recommended dietary allowance. Then we have food groups. So we need to consider these 2 points while planning a balanced diet for a person. RDA, recommended dietary allowance. Yeah, Nestle, can you read? RDA, yeah. Just a minute. Yeah, let's read. Nestle? Yeah, please read the slide. Any issues? No. Okay, so recommended dietary allowance, that is RDA, the average daily dietary nutrient. RDA is a daily value. Okay.
Ma'am, can you hear me now?
Ah, yes, Nestle.
I had some issues with my mic. Wasn't it?
Okay. Read.
The average daily dietary nutrients intake level sufficient to meet the nutrient requirement of nearly all healthy individuals in a particular life stage and gender group. RTA equal to requirement plus margin of safety, and it is not applicable to sick people.
This last point is very important. Okay, does not apply to sick people. Yeah. Then our food groups by ICMR, we have 5 food groups. First one, cereal, roots and tubers. Then we have pulses, nuts and oil seeds, milk, meat and their products, fruits and vegetables, fat, oils, sugar, jaggery. These are the 5 food groups on the base of Indian conditions. Okay, it's entirely different for other countries, but as per Indian Council of Medical Research, we have 5 food groups. So we need to include certain foods from each group. Okay. So major nutrient in cereal, roots and tubers, Sanjana? Major nutrient in cereals.
Carbohydrates.
Okay. Nestle, major nutrient in pulses, nuts and oils. You can refer, no problem.
Protein.
Yeah, okay. Then milk, meat and their products.
Protein.
Yeah, protein, fat and all. Then fruits and vegetables, major nutrient.
Protein.
Carotene. Then fats, oils, last one.
Carbohydrates.
Carbohydrate. So first group, they are the energy giving nutrient. Then pulses and all, bodybuilding. Yeah, bodybuilding nutrients. Then milk, meat and their products. All the meat products, milk and milk products, fish products and all. Okay. All the products related to milk, meat, fish, egg and all. They are the bodybuilding nutrients. Again, bodybuilding. So second and third group are the bodybuilding group. Then fourth one, fruits and vegetables, the only protective group. Okay, protective group. Then last one, so group number 1 and group number 5, they are the energy giving nutrients. Okay, I think this table is clear for you. Then we discussed about food guide pyramid. It's simply just a picture representation of the food groups. Okay, we already discussed these 5 groups. So this is a picture representation, food guide pyramid. So this food guide pyramid is entirely different for the vegetarians. So they have a vegetarian food guide pyramid. This is for a non-vegetarians. So on the base of importance as well as the size, we put all these foods in each shelf. We put all these things in each shelf. So each shelf for each food group. Okay. So the last shelf, that is the most important shelf. And also we need to include more amount of servings. This last one. Okay. And least important at the top, fats and sugars. Is it clear? Okay. Any doubts, Nestle? No, right? Sanjana? Okay. Learn the chapter really well. Okay. Learn the chapter. I'll send the notes. Fine. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Learn. Okay.